Okay. So let's start our class. So recognizing the attendance, we have Art Louis, Chris Aaron, Kiel, Jonaline, Kit, Krisia. And still waiting for the rest to come in. We have 2 minutes to start our classes. So, as you could see on the title, today we will be learning about the algebraic expressions, linear equations, inequalities, day number 4. So, last meeting we talked about the algebraic expressions, the linear equations, and how are we going to solve the unknown variables, especially the values of x, y, and z. And now, we will be talking about how or why are these unknown values were solved through the reasons or ano nga ba yung mga dahilan ng mga properties used in inequalities. And that is now our title for this afternoon, which is the properties of inequalities. So please copy the title first, then type it if you're done. Recognizing Brian, present. So type done if you're done with the title. For our game number 1, please click the link on the chat box. Okay, this is not recorded. It is just a game. So the game is called the unjumbled. Okay, from the word unjumbled, meaning there are words or phrases that are jumbled together, and you are going to identify what word or phrase is that based on the um, existing clue. So that activity is only for 5 minutes. So please click the link now, then we will start the countdown. Then, do not forget yung mga words na ginamit dyan, ano yun siya. Para malaman natin later on. Okay? Let's continue. Let's do the countdown. In 3, 2, 1, your time starts now. Five minutes only. Okay, to those who came in late, please click the link on the chat box. Recognizing Sebastian. Present. Please click the link on the chat box to those who came in late. To those who came in late, please click the link on the chat box for our game number 1. The game number 1 is unjumbled. You are just going to make the sentence or make the phrase correct. Okay, last 3 minutes. Okay, last 1 minute. Nine, eight, seven, six, five, four, three, two, and one. Okay, time's up, time's up. Tell me, anong level kayo natapos? Anong level kayo natapos? Just type on the chat box, please. Wow, Kit is on the level number 5. Kiel is also 5. Brian is also 5. Same with Sebastian. Okay, so sa mga level nakakuha ng level 5, tell me, kahit isang phrase lang naalala nyo doon sa inyong na-reveal na phrase. Sige daw, type on the chat box. We have transitive property of inequality from Art Louis. At the same time, subtraction property of inequality daw po. Others please, wrong spelling po yung inequality mo. Ay, dapat. Inequality. Okay, next. Next word, ano pa ba? Yung number 6 ang mahirap, no? Napakahaba. Kung merong SPI, merong subtraction, merong addition. Addition property of inequality. Okay, so those are the topics that we will be trying to define this afternoon. We have the multiplication division. Tama po, meron pong ganyan. Kaso lang kulang fiel. So, start tayo sa trichotomy. Sabi po dito sa trichotomy, please copy this one. This will come out in your exam. The word trichotomy will come out in your exam. So, you have to make sure that it is in your notebook and you are going to study this one. So, when you say trichotomy, there are real numbers A and B. And for those numbers A and B, only one of the following is true. It's either A less than B, pwede yan ang true, or A equals B, pwede din yan ang true, or A greater than B. So it's up to you kung paano nyo ma-identify saan dyan ang true. Basta isa lang daw dapat ang true. There could not be, hindi po siya pwede na dalawa ang true po dyan sa mga statement na yan. So yun po ibig sabihin ng trichotomy property. Kindly look at this example. If A is 1 and B is equals to 2, so, oops. If A is equal to 1 and B is equals to 2, so, isa lang daw po ang true dyan. 1 is less than 2 1 is greater than 2, 1 is equals to 2. Ito siya, 1 is greater than 2 is false. Tama? 1 is equals to 2. Kailan naging 1 ang 2? So, false din siya. Pero itong 1 less than 2 is always true. So, therefore, tingnan nyo dito, ilan bang tama dyan? Isa lang. So, there could only be one true statement in the trichotomy property. Yan po yung ibig sabihin niya. Okay? Please copy the definition, then type done if you're done. So, type down if you're done so that I could proceed. There are 12 students all in all, so please type done. We have John Bert, Jonaline, Fiel, Brian, Kaiser, Keith, Trisha, Sebastian. Art Louis also. Okay, please type done if you're done. Okay, that is about the trichotomy property in inequality. So, trichotomy is only applicable in inequality. Hindi po siya applicable sa equation. Okay, next, let's continue. By the way, after the class, we will have a recitation wherein we will be talking about the properties or the 6 properties of the inequality. So, you have to make sure that nasulat nyo siya at the same time pati yung example para ma-compare ninyo na tama yung sagot ninyo sa recitation mamaya. Okay, let's have this example. So let A is equal to 1 and B equals 2. By substitution, we could say that only 1 is true. So what is that? 1 less than 2, 1 equals to 2, or 1 greater than 2. Ito na yung ginawa ko. So type 10 if you're done with the examples, then we will continue. Lo. Uwang na. Okay, are you done, class? May I continue now? Okay, let's continue the number 2 property. So second property talks about addition property of inequality. Joke lang, it's transitive property of inequality bitaw. So it's transitive property of inequality. So for all real numbers, A, B, and C, so if A is less than B, tapos B is less than C, therefore, si A is less than C also. So how do we know that one? Kindly take a look at this. Kung si A daw less than B, So si A yung mababa, tama? Tapos si B naman less than C, so si B din yung mababa. Dito ang mababa si A, dito naman si B. So kung mababa si A kaysa kay B, therefore si A din is less than C. Ito daw at saka ito. Okay, tingnan natin. So we have the numbers 1, 2, and 3 for our A, B, and C. Yan po yung ABC natin. So 1 is less than 2. Tapos, B na tayo. 2 less than 3. So therefore, pwede natin sabihin na si 1 is less than 3. And it is also true. Tama? Also, 1 is less than 3. And this is true. This is true. This is true. Okay? So this is now what we call the transitive property of inequality. Okay, please copy the definition, then type down if you are done. Okay, let's continue with the next one. So, example tayo, tulad ng pinakita ko dito, we have the given 1, 2, and 3. If 1 is less than 2, then 2 is less than 3 also. Then, therefore, we could say that 1 is less than 3. Or, if 3 is greater than 2, and 2 is greater than 1, therefore, we could say that 3 is also greater than 1. And that is the transitivity property of inequality, or transitive property of inequality. You may use TPI for the mnemonics. When you say mnemonics, para po siyang yung abbreviation, that's TPI. Transitive property of inequality. Okay, type done if you're done with this example. Okay, done, done, done. Next. So we are going to proceed now with the next, which is the addition property of inequality, or you may use the mnemonic API. So for all real numbers A, B, and C, again, there are numbers, and the numbers are A, B, and C. If A is greater than B, then A plus C is greater than B plus C also. Ibig sabihin daw po, what will be added on the left side of the equation, or the inequality rather, will be added also on the right side of the inequality. Kindly look at this. We have the given 3x plus 1 equals 5. In this case, if we are going to solve this one, we need to transfer all the variables on the left side and all the numbers on the right side. So this one, 1, magiging punta siya dyan. And from positive, turn to negative. So we have 3x is equals to 5 minus 1. Okay, yan po yung shortcut. Ang tawag po dito sa shortcut na ito is transposition. And transposition is not a property in mathematics, but some other books like Common Mathematics uses this as a property. So, going back to our lesson which is API. So, ganito po yung API. Ganito po yung totoong nangyari. Hindi po yan siya nilipat lang. Ang totoong nangyari is like this. 3x plus 1 is equals to 5. Okay. Allow me to use minus pala. Sorry, class. So, 3x minus 1. So, minus 1 ang ilagay dyan. So, mag-a-add tayo para gawin yan siyang 0. So, mag-a-add tayo ng 1. Tama? Mag-a-add din tayo ng 1 dito. What is added on the left side will be added also on the right side. So, magiging 6 na dito. Dito siya magiging 3x na. And divided by 3, divided by 3. Okay? So, the answer here is 2. Okay? So, we have x is equals to 2. So, yan po yung ibig sabihin nung nakaraang lesson natin. Hindi po yun siya nilipat talaga actually. Ang tawag po doon is API or addition property of inequality. Ang totoong nangyari nun, nag-add ka ng 1 para maging 0 ito, tapos nag-add ka rin ng 1 sa kabila. Okay? So, type done if you're done with this definition. May class, gising pa ba kayo? Baka tulog na kayo dyan, ha? Gisingin ang sarili. Sampal-sampalin ang sarili para magising. Na joke lang. So just stay where you are and maybe you could stretch your body up and down, left and right, so that you could be as active as you are in the morning. So let's continue. So this is the example that I would like to present. So the given is 3. If 3 is greater than 2, so then 3 plus 1, so tingnan nyo, yung 3, gidagdagan niya ng 1. On the left side, 1 was added. Therefore, it should be added also on the right side. Kaya pagdating sa right side, yung 2, nagkaroon na din siya ng plus 1. On the other hand, 1 is less than 2. Kapag nag-add siya ng 3 sa left side, add niya din sa right side para matawag na itong addition property of inequality. Okay, please copy the example. Yun lamang yung tandaan nyo, what is added on the left side should be added on the right side. Type done if you're done. Okay, recognizing Ian Marie. Present po siya.
Nakapag-formalan?
It's a grade. 18 ba ang sections dire? tsaka pala sa section. Sino yung tubag dari tubag dito? Same man ang pangutana tanan. Okay, done. Let's have this. Next, the next one, kung merong addition, meron tayong subtraction, tama? So we go now with the subtraction property of inequality or known as the SPI. So, the same lang din siya. What will be subtracted on the left side will be subtracted also on the right side. Yun lang yung very basic reason, ay very basic content nitong SPI. So, we have the given 3x plus 1 equals 5. Okay. Last meeting, kapag isolve natin siya, allow me to use this one, the symbol. Last meeting, kapag isolve natin siya, all numbers should be on the right side and all variables should be on the left side. So, i-transfer lang natin, and that is called the transposition from other books. So, dito ngayon, gagawa natin siya, magiging 3x less than or equal to 5 minus 1 na siya. Kapag i-transfer natin or ilipat-lipat natin dyan. Okay? So, if we use the SPI property, magiging ganito na siya. 3x plus 1. So, gagawin natin siyang 0, mag-minus 1 tayo dyan. Since nag-minus 1 tayo dito, so therefore, mag-minus 1 din dito tayo sa right side. And still, they have the same answer. Magiging 3x is less than or equal to 5 minus 1, magiging 4 pa din siya. Okay? Same with here, 5 minus 1, magiging 4 din siya dyan. Okay, nakuha nyo ba? So that is the SPI. So please copy the definition, then type done. Okay, tapos na po ba? Natapos na sila. Natulugan na ko. Tapos na. Tapos, gid man niya. So, ara pa ka mo gali, how? Gali sila. Napagay sila, nagpaminaw pa. So, padayon ta. So, this one is an example of the subtraction property of inequality. So, kindly take a look at this. So, we have 3 is greater than 2. So, 3 and 2 lang yung given. Pero nung nag-subtraction ng minus 1 sa left side, it was also subtracted on the right side. Okay? So, those are the very basic content of SPI, or the subtraction property of inequality. What will be subtracted on the right side is also subtracted on the left side. Please type done if you're done with this example. Okay. Let's proceed now to the next one. So kung may subtraction, May addition. What's next? That is the property number 5, which is multiplication and division. In this case, combined sila. Pero, the very basic content of this is, or focus niya, is yung positive numbers. Take a look at this. Multiplication and division properties of inequality by positive numbers. Take note, positive numbers only. So, ibang property ng negative, iba din po ang property ng positive. So, anong gagawin natin dyan? What will be multiplied on the left side will be multiplied on the right side. On the other hand, what will be divided on the left side should be divided on the right side. Look at this. So, we have 3x less than or equal to 7. So, in this case, since wala ka nang ililipat sa left side at saka sa right side, you divide it automatically. So, divide both sides by 3. Anong i-divide ko? 3 dito. So, nag-divide ako ng 3 dito. Sa right side din, mag-divide din po ako ng 3 to make the inequality correct. So, the answer here is 7/3. Take note, positive po yung definition, positive numbers. And 3 is a positive numbers. Kaya ito po yun siya. Nakuha? So, what if naman yung multiply? So, ano naman yung multiply? Like this. 3x. Nag-multiply ka ng 1. So, therefore, sa 7 din, mag-multiply ka din ng 1 para maging tama yung inequality mo. So, magiging 3x less than or equal to 7 pa rin. Okay? So, ganun lang po siya. What will be multiplied on the left side and on the right side are all should be both on the same sides. Okay? So, please type done. If you're done with this definition, then we will proceed to the example. Yes. Nano? Ha? Ano niniwan ko? Ano niniwan ko sa room 2? Marami yun dun.
Ay!
Wag ano. Lag? Pat. Five.
No! Pati yung assessment ko kung go free. Why would you assessment?
Dressmaking of one. Okay, let's have this example. So, take a look at this. We have the given 5 is greater than 3. So, kapag mag-multiply ka ng 2 sa 5, sa 3 din po, mag-multiply ka rin ng 2. Okay, ganun lang po siya. So, ulit-ulit lang po. What is the product? What will be multiplied on the left side will be multiplied on the right side. Okay, type done if you're done. And the last one, last property po is multiplication and division property, pero pang negative numbers. And magtataka kayo bakit may ibang changes rather sa negative numbers. After this, we will have the recitation. What happened to John Bert? Kanina pa siya sige labas. Maybe he has a very slow connection. Okay, please type done if you're done. John Bert came in na naman po. Okay na, ready na for the next one? Yes, tapos na po. So let's proceed to the next one. Okay, itong focus naman dito is the negative numbers. And still, we have the same title, multiplication and division properties of inequality by negative numbers. So what will happen if numbers are negative and multiplied and divided in an inequality. So ganito po yung nangyayari. So we have negative 3x is less than or equal to 6. Okay. You divide both sides by negative 3. By negative 3. Cancelled, cancelled. Since negative po yung dinivide natin, automatically, the symbol or the sign will change from less than, magiging greater than po. So x, 6 divided by negative 3, that is negative 2. Okay? Ganun lang po siya. Next. Ano naman niyang multiply? So, usually ang multiply, ginagamit siya kapag fraction. Example, so we have 1/3, negative 1/3 x, negative 1/3 x greater than 7. Okay. Kapag ganyan po ang given, tingnan nyo, negative 1/3, that's a fraction. That's a fraction. So, negative, tapos 1/3. Kapag ganyan po ang case, you are going to multiply it with, so negative 1/3 x dyan, mag-multiply ka din dyan ng 3. And mag-7, mag-multiply ka din dyan ng 3. Okay. So, yung gi-multiply mo dyan, makancel ito, yun. So, magiging x na lang dyan. So, we have 3 times 7, that is 21. Ulitin ko, kapag fraction po, usually ginagamitan siya kapag like this, 1/3. Kung ano yung denominator, yun din po yung i-multiply mo dito para ma-cancel siya. Then, matira na lang si x. And kung ano yung i-multiply mo dyan, should be multiply on the right side. So, 3 times 7, that is 21. And this is now the answer. Now, should I change the sign here? Hindi ko po to i-change ang sign kasi nga po hindi negative yung i-multiply ko. Pero pag what if negative 3 yung i-multiply ko dyan? So, i-change mo po yung sign dito. Okay? So, example niyan is this. Palitan ko siya. Gawin natin siyang positive 1/3. So, in this case, negative 3 ang multiply ko dyan. Negative 3. So, kapag i-multiply ko siya sa negative 3, so magiging negative x po dito. So, mag-change na automatic ang sign. Okay? So, magiging negative 21 na yun siya. Now, what will happen to negative x here? I-divide mo naman, negative 1. So, it became x is greater than 21. Okay, bakit ulit nag-change ang sign? Kasi nga po, nag-multiply ka ng negative number. Okay, type done. If you're done with the definition, then I'll be giving another example. Okay, if you are going to look at the example, we have, oops, nag-move. If you are going to look at the definition, take a look at this. So, nag-change nga po talaga ang sign. A greater than B, tapos dito sa kabila na, naging less than na siya. Kasi nga may nag-multiply sa kanya ng negative numbers. Okay? So, type done. If you're done with the definition on property number 6, then we will give an example. Okay, done na po ba? Type done please if you're done so that I could proceed with the example. Okay, another example is like this. So we have the given negative 1/10. So y is less than 5. Okay, what will happen into that? So since negative siya, so negative 1/10. pwede mo siyang i-multiply din ng negative number. For example, negative 10 ang multiply mo para ma-cancel dito. Tama? So, kung nag-multiply ka ng negative 10 dyan, mag-multiply ka din ng negative 10 si other side. So, magiging y na lang po ang matira. So, 5 minus 10. Okay, since nag-multiply ka ng negative, mag-change automatic ang sign. From less than, magiging greater than na siya. 5 times 10 minus negative 50 or negative 50 rather. Okay, that is the example of the property number 6. Okay, so please look at this example and you may start copying now. So if 4 is greater than 2, then what is multiplied on the left side, which is negative 1, will be multiplied also on the other side, which is also negative 1. Now, since negative 1 po yung i-multiply natin, from 4 greater than 2, magiging less than na po yung symbol na gagamitin. Same as with the definition of the division property of inequality. Kapag nag-divide ka po ng negative number, automatic agad mag-change yung kanyang symbol from greater than to less than or less than to greater than. Okay? Please copy the example, then type down in the chat box. Then we will have the game number 2. For game number 2, you are just going to identify what property was used in the example presented. So how do we know what are the properties? Di ba sinulat nyo siya sa notebook? So i-base nyo lang po doon. So for number 1, we have the trichotomy property. So in number 1, you may use TP for trichotomy property. Next, number 2, the title na nun? Transitive property of inequality, TPI. Next, number 3, addition property of inequality. Next, number 4, subtraction property of inequality, SPI. Next, number 5, multiplication and division property of inequality by positive numbers. Next, number 6, multiplication and division property of inequality by negative numbers. Okay, yan lang po yung sasagot ninyo. TP, TPI, API, SPI, MDPI, PN, MDPI, NN. Okay, nakuha niyo po ba? Tapos, ang computer po, magbubunot po siya ng pangalan randomly, and the game is called the sitting plan. So, let's have it. So, open ko muna yung sitting plan na game natin. Then, kung sino yung mabubunot, sila po ang magsasagot ng questions na i-present. So, we have sitting plan. Okay. Okay, let's do the trial muna. Trial tayo. So, ito yung given. If 4x is greater than 5, then 4x times 1 is less than 5 times 1. Okay, what property is that? Sige daw, you type on the chat box. If 4x is greater than 5, then 4x times 1 should be greater than 5 times 1. Take note, ang ginamit ko is multiply. Tingnan nyo, from 4x and 5 na given, naging times 1 dito, naging times 1 pa dyan. What is multiplied on the left side will be multiplied on the right side. Ano po ang tawag na property na yan? Is that API? Journaling, pag API, addition po. Multiply po ang ginamit ko. PL, MDPI, PN. So, tingnan natin kung tama po siya. TP, is that TP? Trichotomy. Ang trichotomy po, ibig sabihin ng trichotomy, yung kanya po, yung 1 less than 2, 2 less than 3, therefore 1 less than 3. Ganun po. So, the answer here is MDPI, PN. So, tama po, MDPI, PN. So, very good. Next, another example. Another example. If x equals 3, then x plus 1 equals 3 plus 1. What property is that? Take note, the given is x equals 3. Less than 3 rather. Less than or equal to 3. API, sabi daw po nila API lahat, wala pong nag-iba. Dahil nga po, addition plus 1 plus 1. Nakuha? That the answer here is API. Okay, at least alam niyo na. The last example. Last example. If x, y, z are 6, 7, 8. Only one is true. 6 equals 7. Ay, 6, 7 lang pala. 6 equals 7. 7, 6 less than 7. 6 greater than 7. Okay? The true statement is this. Okay, yan po yung statement. Okay, please do the answer. What's the answer here? TP daw po. If x and y are 6 and 7, only one is true. 6 equals 7 or 6 less than 7 or 6 greater than 7. So, lahat po ng sagot niyo that is TP or trichotomy property. The answer here is TP nga ba? Yes, that is TP, trichotomy property. Okay, alam niyo na po. So, let's do the activity now. Okay, very good. Alam niyo na po. Okay, let's do the shuffling of names. So, okay, the first student to answer is the group of 3. So, tingnan natin kung sino yan. Okay, type yes on the chat box if you are here, Urgel, Cherish, and Kaiser. Type yes on the chat box. Are you ready? Okay, and then po si Kit. Cherish, are you there? Jonaline is here. Okay, si Kaiser andyan po. Okay, here is your question. Then. So, wala na pong trial. Diretso na tayo. Number 1. Okay, you are given 1 minute to answer that one. Just type your answer on the chat box after my signal. Pag mag-signal na ako na pwede nang i-type, doon na po i-type. Okay, your time starts now. 1 minute only. Okay, you may now post your answer if you have the answer. Last 40 seconds. You may now post your answer if you have the answer. Take note, nag-subtract siya. Take note, nag-subtract siya ng x. Tama nga ba? Ano yung ginawa? So, in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Time's up, time's up. Kit got STI, Jonaline got TP. Let's find out if what is the correct answer. The answer here is STI for Kit. Correct po, Kit? Kaiser, mali po. Di po TPI. Okay, Kit, you have 20 points and name it as kitty number 13. Send on the chat box now, Kit. The score is kitty number 13. Okay? Jonaline and Kaiser, wait for your another turn mamaya. Okay? So, yung sa nakatama po, please send your answer now in our page. Next, who will be the next students to recite? Okay, we have High and Marie, Art Louie, and Trisha CB. Are you there? Please type yes if you are there. Art Louie is here. Okay, si Art Louie and Ayan Marie. Wala po si Trisha ata. Okay, let's have your question. This is your question. You have 1 minute to answer this one. Your time starts now. Wait for my cue before you post your answer. Okay, post your answer now if you have the answer. Post your answer now. Last 40 seconds, last 20 seconds. Post your answer now. Hala, walang nakasagot. Hala, MD Pin. Wala pong gi-multiply dyan, Art Louie. Wala pong gi-divide dyan. M and D are multiplication and divide. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Time's up. Time's up. Time's up. Okay, wala na pong mag-post. Take a look at this. 5x is less than 20. So 2x is less than 1. So therefore, si 5x also is less than 1. And that is what we call the transitive property of inequality. Okay, wala nakatama. Next. Who will be the lucky one? Okay, we have Mary Rose. Are you there? Chris, Aaron, are you there? And Sebastian. Andun ba kayo? Type yes on the chat box, please. Sebastian is here. Okay, Sebastian lang. Okay, next. Here is your question, Sebastian. Number 3. Okay, nag-add ka lang dyan ng 5 sa left side, nag-add ka din ng 5 sa right side. What you did here is just you add 5 on the left side and 5 on the right side. Okay, so your time starts now. Okay, you may now post your answer on the chat box, please. Last 30 seconds. API, wow. Bilis-bilis ni Sebastian magsagot. So let's reveal the answer now. So the answer here is API. That's good. You have 20 points, Sebastian. Okay, send it in our chat box. PT number 13, 20 over 20. Okay, next. So we have the next students. Click a group. Okay, are you there, Ladra, Panto, and Delit? Type yes in the chat box, please. Panto, Nalia, and Delit. Wala po. Okay, since wala sila, sino yung hindi pa natatawag, sila ang sasagot nito. You type yes on the chat box kung hindi ka pa natatawag. Kung sino pa po ang hindi natatawag, kayo po ang sasagot nito. You type yes. Tatlo po. Okay, this is your question sa mga hindi pa po natatawag. Number 4. Okay, 5 pa po ang hindi nakakasagot. Your time starts now. Ang nangyari dito, nag-add lamang siya ng 2 sa left side, nag-add din siya ng 2 sa right side. So post your answer now. You have 30 seconds left. Wow, bilis-bilis. So the answer here is, reveal na natin, in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. The answer is API. Okay, please send us your scores with 20/20 for PT number 13. Okay, next. Sa mga nagkamali naman kanina, sino yung mga nagkamali? Type me on the chat box, please. Yung mga nagkamali kanina. So, dalawa lang ba? Dalawa lang. So, this is your question for number 5. Oh, nag-multiply siya ng negative number. Take note, nag-multiply siya ng negative number which is negative 1. Yung isang 0 pala, 5 pala yan, class. Wait lang ha. Huwag niyo muna sagutan. I-edit ko lang. Ay, basta 5 yan siya, class. Ito, 5, ito siya. Itong 0 dito. Okay? Sige na, go. Sagutan niyo na po. Nag-multiply lang siya ng negative 1. Okay? Post your answer now. PP from Jonalyn. Take note. Take note ha, nag-multiply siya ng negative number. Ano gani yung mag-multiply ka ng negative number? Ano gani yun? So, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. The correct answer here is Ark Louie and Jonalyn. Tama nga ba? That is correct. So, MDPINN. So, tama po. Mali po yung TB. So, sa nakatama po, please please send us your score that is 20/20. Okay? Yung sa mga nagkamali naman po sa inyong second question, like yung nakasagot ng TP ngayon or TB, please send us your score with 10/20. The score sa PT number 13. Okay? I hope you enjoy our games today and our class. Okay, please turn on your cameras for the attendance. Okay, turn on the cameras now in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Smile, everyone. Okay, goodbye, everyone. Thank you and God bless.
Bye po, sir.
Bye po.